into the snake pit, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Notre Dame's offense will have the first possession of the game. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse, too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his foot.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, Penn State is known for its defense, right? Tough, physical. They can stop the run, and they can get after the quarterback, and they do it from the linebacker position. You think about the legacy this school has had at that spot. This guy right here, he fits into exactly what they want a linebacker to be. The ability to get after the QB is a big part of it.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will go to work for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
The run from the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now on first down from the 40. Looking for space, it's Wallace. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in, it's Brown. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
One of the the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here come the Irish back on offense. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's loose. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have. But when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter,
always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. They'll go to the toss. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Carr. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Complete downfield. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
This defense knows they have to do a better job tackling. On that play there, too many missed tackles on the wide out. It leads to an explosive play, and all of a sudden, they're in their own red zone.
Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Irish. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner goes down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire right with them.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. And he does a really...
With the carry, it's
finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
on the play. Number 14, on to kick it away.
They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Looking to pass. It's Carr. Going to take a shot. Got it. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Number 17.
How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
On third down, going up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide. and a place to be tackled. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Quick completion on the out route. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's going to let it go. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. On the move, it's Wallace. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here come the Irish back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Quarterback empties his backfield. To the air, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. That's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended. So, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 27.
When the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, you want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go out, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Grab near the marker is Gonzalez. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looking to move it through the air. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Number 9.
The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Notre Dame 42.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Wants to throw on second down. A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. He's looking downfield to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This has been a frustrating day. And I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Hold and fired complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And now on 1st down after converting with the run. They'll give it to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Rides to the back. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a 1st down.
I love when players understand situations. Where the 1st down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Going up top on 1st down. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback checking off. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. On the move. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Calls his own number. Touchdown, Irish! And the beatdown has ensued. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Here's the handoff. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have anything.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Run in the red zone. It's Williams. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now facing a 3rd and long. Running back searching for a hole. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the route is on.
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You could tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on 2nd down. On the run, it's Martin. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's got room. Afterburners coming. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the stomping has commenced. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Heward, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, Irish! And the pummeling has started.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. Running toward the tape. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on first and goal. Keeps it on the bootleg. Fires to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on third down. Trying to surge it in. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity.
They brought the heat in. They get him on the ground, and a fourth down sack stops this drive cold.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on fourth down and goal.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. It's caught downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. They want to just keep throwing it. Got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the punishment has been extended.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it's Young. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll ride the hot hand. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got enough space. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return. But Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the field.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun. Sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop.
Oh, look out! Quarterback gets the first down and more. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Now on the move. Touchdown, Irish! Is on. Beep, beep, beep. You know what that is? That's the garbage truck unloading the garbage time points right now.
Yeah, those garbage time points do count, though. And you're still playing the game. Keep fighting. But it is that time when it's over, and nobody's really paying attention. Nobody's listening to me or you, Reese, which not necessarily a bad thing.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's up.
And it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here come the Irish back on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Still running at the 40. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.